What's up, everybody? It's your boy B Will here, back at it again, and we're on the investing tip again. And as a full disclosure, investing is risky. Be sure to do your own homework and consult the proper parties prior to making your own decisions. And be sure that what you're doing is for yourself and yourself only. This is for educational purposes. So I realized my first few videos, I jumped straight in and I didn't give any background on what investing is. And for the new investors, for the halfway there investors, for the full way there investors, we all trying to tap in and learn together. So I have a quick 8-slide show presentation for you all. And well, I guess 7 if you don't count this one. But yeah, so investing 101 real quick. What new investors need to know, presented by your boy B Will. So moving on. Investing explained. Like I said, just something quick, get something out the way real quick. It's a brief guide to the basics of investing. So, some tips and insight what every investor needs to know. First, only invest what you can afford. Invest your idle cash. And you have brokerages out here, Webull, Robinhood, E-Trade, so many other, and do your homework, see what's works for you. And you can invest as little as $5. You can put $5 in Apple, you can put $5 in Microsoft, and then just keep on going and keep on going. So second part is investing versus saving versus gambling. Long-term investing is the best way to create financial freedom and create wealth versus saving. You put your money in a savings account, even if it's 20, 30K. It's not getting much money, and the bank is actually using your money before you get to use it anyway. And gambling, I don't gamble. I'm not going to say I don't support it. Those who's making money off of it, kudos, shout out to you, all that good stuff. But gambling is not what investing is, and some ignorant people may think that it's similar. It's not, but it's similar in a sense. If you just blindly throw money in the stock market and not doing homework, then yes, you are gambling. 3, know your risk profile. So basically, just know what you're doing, do your homework, invest in the proper companies that's going to actually make you money in the long term. This is not a get rich quick thing, scheme, any of that. You have to be patient. You have to stave off your emotions. You have to do your homework and know what you're risking. So 4th is diversifying your investments. So whether you're strictly invested in the market, you can do stocks, dividend stocks, ETFs. You can invest in gold through the stock market, many different avenues. So it's 11 different sectors. If you invest 20-30% of your capital into, let's say, the AI, and then you do 10% into real estate or whatever is comfortable for you and your money, once again, as long as you're doing your homework and making sound decisions, you're good to go. And 5th, just keep on keeping on. Keep on investing. Moving on. So diversify your investments. Depending on your risk profile, put your money in different funds. Basically what I was just saying for that part. Once again, consult a financial expert on what could be in your investment portfolio. So as of 2025, AI, robots, all that shit is taking off. So that could be your item 3, since that's the biggest bar, where you invest most of your money. Item 2 here, you can be doing real estate. Item 4 here, you can be doing companies like retail, Target, Walmart. Item 5 here, you can do waste management, the trash people, that's actually a decent stock. And item 1 here, silver, gold, whatever works for you when you consult the proper parties. So always diversify your investment, real estate, whatever makes sense to you after you do your due diligence. Just keep on investing. Moving on. Keep on investing. Always think long term. So investing regularly pays off in the long term. Once again, I started in 2017. I'm going on 9 years now in 2026. And I was just explaining to my mom on the phone the other day. We was on the phone for 4 hours. Love my mom. Definitely a mama's boy for sure. But yeah, and she was fucking with me. She gonna pull up Friday and I'm gonna show her some shit. But just basically explaining to her, I started out investing into a bunch of bullshit. I was invested in Rocket Mortgage and just a bunch of dumb shit that I was losing money on. And over time, when I started to take it more serious and do more homework, I'm like, bro, this shit don't make sense. So I started investing in Apple. I have 2 iPhones. I have an iPad. I have an Apple Watch. I have AirPods that I fucking lose on the plane all the time. This is my most recent pair. I bought these in Arizona because I was on my way to Arizona. They kicked us off the plane for maintenance issues. I had a layover in Philly originally. They was like, you know what? The issues are going to take so long. We're going to send you on a straight flight to Arizona. So I get halfway through the airport. Don't have my AirPods. So had to buy those because I went hiking and all that good stuff. But back to the point is invest in the companies that you believe in. I'm an Xbox guy. I fucking invest in Microsoft. So look at the trajectory rather than the daily ups and downs. Once again, thinking forward, years ahead, 5, 10 to 15, 20. Like, let's say you start this August, you do $20 for the rest of the year. So 20 August, 20 September, October, November, December, 20, 40, 60, 80. That's $100 in the stock market before 2026. And by next year, that $100 alone could double if you invest into the right thing. So think projectively, think on a trajectory that you're going to make some money, because that's what it's all about. Always think long term. Moving on. So what is the stock market? The stock market is a marketplace where people buy and sell ownership shares of companies called stocks. It allows businesses to raise money to grow while giving investors the chance to earn returns through price increases and dividends. Stock prices move based on supply and demand, company performance, and overall economic conditions. So you have us and me as investors. You have brokers, which is the people that you can exchange stocks through, and you have exchanges like Forex and things like that, or the cryptocurrencies and things of that nature. So there's many different avenues to make you some dollars. Moving on. So why invest? Passive income. Once you continue, your money makes money for you. Stock opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time and it closes at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. You have your aftermarket hours and your pre-market hours, but once again, over time, you're making good money. Historical returns. Like, I'm gonna pull up my portfolio real quick and just pick Microsoft as far as historical returns. Microsoft actually might be in a decent buy zone after today. Microsoft MSFT. So going back to January 27th, 2022, I put $30 in Microsoft. It was $299.33 to share at the time. I have just over 3 shares, and I am up 51.17% on Microsoft. Historical returns is quite insane. And investing over time does in fact beat inflation, because inflation doesn't stop. It keeps on keeping on. And yeah, also I realize I only have 8 slides. 8 for the great Kobe Bryant. Moving on to the last one. So the type of stocks you have growth. A growth stock is a company's share that is expected to grow earnings and revenue faster than the overall market. These stocks typically reinvest profits into expansion rather than in paying dividends, aiming to increase their value over time. Then you have value stocks. A growth stock probably is something like, I don't want to botch it. I probably should have gave examples, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably Apple and Nvidia. Apple pays dividend, but it's very small because it just makes a lot of money over time. Value. A value stock is a company share that appears undervalued compared to its fundamentals such as earnings, dividends, or assets. Investors buy value stocks with the expectation that the market will eventually recognize their true worth, leading to price gains. And the dividend stocks. A dividend stock is a company share that pays regular cash distribution to shareholders, usually from its profits. These stocks are often favored by investors seeking steady income in addition to potential long-term growth. So the cool thing about investing is, like, you basically own parts of the company. Obviously, as a small fry, I own a very small part, but as part of dividends, they pay you for being an investor, being an owner in the company. So Microsoft pays, I think, over 50 cents per share for a dividend. So I just got into UPS. They pay over $1 and some change per dividend. So do your homework, find the right ones, make you some money overnight. You can get paid quarterly, or you invest in the right companies where you get paid basically monthly by each different company because it's done quarterly. And then, yeah, that's the end of the show. Just wanted to do, like I said, some groundwork because I jumped right into it. And school started today, at least in Baltimore, Maryland. I don't have kids, but I have a niece who started school. I have a nephew about to be 21. It makes me feel old. But saying all that to say, the American educational system is garbage. They don't teach you what you need to know. I didn't learn any of this shit in school. I went to college for a few college dropouts. Shout out to Kanye. Shout out to the city, to Chicago, his hometown. But you don't learn what the fuck you need to learn in school. So invest in yourself, in the right knowledge, in the right books, and invest in yourself in the stock market. And that's that. Peace, love, and blessings. Appreciate y'all.